Today is May 18th. The Yankees are in the middle of a 4-game set against the Rangers. It's the middle of the week episode. We're going to do some sharp stats. We're going to do some cool runnings. We're going to guess the lineup. We're going to talk some Yanks.
Talking Yanks with old JOMBOY, JOMBOY Jake. Recaps galore, weekly awards, stat lines, steaming hot takes. Get your Yankees news from these two fine dudes. It's time for Talkin' Yanks. Talking Yanks with old JOMBOY, JOMBOY Jake. Talking Yanks with old JOMBOY, JOMBOY Jake.
Hello and welcome to Talkin' the Yanks, presented by DraftKings. Thank you very much for joining us today. My name is Jimmy. Sitting next to me is Jake. In the corner, we have Bug Dude. It's the midweek episode. We got sharp stats. We got some things to talk about. Yankees lost last night. We can save it. We'll forget about it by the time the series recap comes around, being a four-setter. Do you want to talk about it all, Jake?
Four-setter, not too much. Man, you know, it's always... There's going to be 3 days a year where Garrett Cole gets clipped. And yesterday was kind of one of them. So it's kind of a bummer. That Adolis Garcia kid, I think the country's going to start talking about him. He's a ball player. He's giving me some Randy vibes. But yeah, a little bit of a bummer. I thought, you know, it would have been a real treat if the Yankees picked up Cole. Kind of a switch the flip type situation. Like, we got you, big guy, and put together a little rally. It never happened. Never came to fruition. We did get our first Voit bomb of the year, and it was a real one.
Yeah, that was nice.
Second decker. So, hey, we'll take that, rewind it back. Well, John got the beat to make your
I thought Big Baby David had a fantastic tweet summing up the game. You clap?
After the tweet.
He just said, like, if you're going to go Cole batter by batter in a 3-run game, that makes it seem like you care about winning the game. But then when you take Cole out after giving up a leadoff single, that makes it seem like you care about winning the game in the 3-run game. But then you go to Abreu, which is clearly because you know you're going to replace him with Odor the next day. So do you care about what matters more? Just using a guy before you send him back down, or trying to win the game at hand? And it was 3 runs, and it was using a guy. Like, just using Albert Abreu, who pitched well, just because, hey, we're going to send him down tomorrow anyway, we might as well get some bullets out of him, took precedent over, let's do our best strategy to win this game.
Yeah,
Not that Abreu messed up, but still that's the mindset going in there.
No, he looked pretty good. It was just a weird... You know, the Yes Network thought Cole had been done from the day. They showed the whole dugout, and he got greeted, and, you know, he put on that nice jacket, pretty into that jacket. But, yeah, when he came out, everyone was surprised, you know, talking Yanks. We already fired off the tweet that was like, Garrett Cole's finished for the day, and it's like, oh, he's back out there. Okay, you know, maybe he gave Booney the whole, no, I'm good. Let me get one more. And you're like, yeah, okay. Let's rally. Yeah, Cole's going to get one more. And then single over the shortstop head, he's out. And you're like, well, I don't.
They shouldn't have brought him back.
That doesn't do anybody good. Like, I thought for sure he was going to get another batter. Like, I thought if you're going to send him back out for the inning, when you're down like that, I didn't think it would just be batter to batter. And you're right. I mean, none of the dots seemingly connected. But, it is what it is. You're going to lose baseball games. You're going to lose a couple Garrett Cole games. I'm putting that game in my rear view.
Until we talk about it on the series recap. They haven't officially sent Abreu down yet, but they did confirm that Odor's coming up, right?
They sent Abreu down.
They did? Okay.
Yeah, after the game, they did that. So they haven't confirmed Odor yet, but, I mean...
I thought they said it in their postgame.
All signs...
Yeah, I think Meredith, reported it.
Yeah.
And Boone said in the pregame he could be back as soon as tomorrow, which means he's back.
Yeah. He said he looked good. They said he looked good today after he said if he looks good today, he should be back tomorrow. So it should be Rugi, and we'll talk about that a little bit.
That's at the end of the show.
At the end of the show, where we project the lineup.
They just announced that there's going to be a documentary on Derek Jeter.
We like that.
So that's exciting. Wonder how open it is, because Jeter Well, I guess Jordan's still an owner.
Yeah.
I wonder how much Jeter's going to allow to be said about him and all that stuff. Like, I'm excited about it if... Give me the first trailer, and then I'll see if I'm excited. Because if it's just like kind of a fluff piece, and there's not actually any... if it's just like a Yankeeography, I've seen that. I love it, but I've seen it.
Sure.
I'd watch it for sure, kind of no matter what, but...
The Jordan doc was so cool because of all that footage they had. I wonder if there's any footage behind the scenes from back then. Definitely not. Jeter didn't allow that shit.
Details from... This is reported by Talkin Yanks. Spike Lee is an executive producer, while the producers of MJ's Last Dance are also on the crew. So
that doesn't mean much. So we're
going to be excited for it.
I know, executive producer.
It could be a
could
video
mean that Spike Lee said, "Yeah, I'm interested in this," and then can we put your name on it for $100,000? And then he was like, "Yeah." So
sure. But I mean, this could be a video of Derek Jeter sitting on the John, and we'd be pretty dialed up for it.
We'll see. I don't think so.
Come on, man. Derek Jeter doc?
I've seen Derek Jeter docs.
Sure.
The last one was rather dull.
You're probably going to watch a couple more if we're being honest.
I know, but I'm going to watch it. But I mean, I'm not expecting it to be cool.
Okay.
Because he's the most guarded, buttoned up, boring public persona in sports. If we had a real Derek Jeter doc, like finding out about Jordan's gambling and playing craps with his security guards and like all that shit and talking shit and making up lies, and if we got that, it'd be awesome. But I don't think it's going to be that.
I'm sure we're going to have one or two things in there, even worst case scenario, that are new tidbits that we'll like.
They said it's 6 parts, right?
Yeah.
One of them will probably talk about A-Rod stuff, and that'll be the
That would be interesting.
Or Jeter's going to make it.
If they see, like, if that's not there, then probably.
That's like kind of bare minimum. We got to have half an episode.
We'll be excited. Be excited, people.
I'll watch it.
We're going to watch it. For sure, yeah. Where do you want to go first? You want to go straight into sharp stats? Do you have any other stuff you want to talk about?
I mean, there's a lot of conversations around kind of the lineup and what's going on, but again, we're doing that towards the end. Man, Albert Abreu. That's I don't know, when we whether it's next episode or 2 eps from now, do some trade update stuff. I mean, that's got to be a name that's got to be interesting to other teams. I mean, pumping a hunch, the slider looked wipe out. He even threw a nasty changeup too. So it's like, I mean, I don't know what other teams would be looking for. Or, hey, maybe we should start trying to pencil in what could Albert Abreu's future be with the Yankees. But that dude,
what was
that's stuff, man.
What was the guy that went to the Cardinals with Shreve?
Gallegos.
What was his? I wonder, like, you know, because Albert Abreu only has one option. That's the thing that hurts him.
Right.
But I think he's got 5 years left or whatever. So yeah, that could be a very interesting trade piece. Gallegos had to have a bunch of options before.
Yeah, because
he pitched in 17 and 18, so he might have only had one option left when they traded him.
So we should get another Luke Voit.
Yeah, so we should get Luke Voit for Albert Abreu.
I've got no problem with it.
How many years did Shreve have left? Shreve also had no options and was like...
I think he was optionless by that point.
Yeah, maybe he had another year or so. So, Abreu and Wilson.
Justin Wilson for Luke
Voit.
A lefty outfield Luke Voit.
Yes, lefty outfield Luke Voit for Abreu.
David Peralta.
Talkman.
We get Talkman back and we flip him again.
Yes. Abreu and Wilson package. They both on display yesterday.
Yeah.
They were on display for the Rangers.
Yeah. Kyle Gibson.
David Dahl.
Yeah. I tweeted about that, but you didn't like that as much as Big Baby David's fire tweet
I didn't
session.
I didn't see it.
Hey, welcome to Big Baby David's fire tweets.
What did you tweet?
I don't even remember. Fell asleep on the couch again last night. It's been happening a lot.
Albert Abreu, pretty good Texas. And wow, you got Albert Abreu looks pretty good Texas. And wow, you guys want to trade David Dahl and Kyle Gibson. Wow, weird. No punctuation.
That wasn't in the fire tweet school.
No retweets, one response.
Some tweets aren't for you. Some tweets are for me and the Texas Rangers front office.
David Dahl, 27 million. So him and Wilson just balance each other out.
27 million can't be right.
27.
2.7.
Yeah, no, I was trying to figure out how you would even say it, but you
Okay.
can't say 27,000.
2,700,000.
2,700,000 is how
right?
you would. Is how I would have to dance around saying that
It's a
correctly.
math pod.
All right, so we just made that trade.
So that's done.
Dahl for Wilson, Gibson for Abreu. That's kind of like, no, I think you just get Dahl. It's the Luke Voigt thing. Well, Voigt had a lot of years.
Right. Dahl's
So
out of years.
Dahl and Gibby for Abreu, Wilson. Why would they want Wilson? They don't want Wilson. They're just taking the money off
Yeah,
the
it's
straight
just how
trade.
it works.
They want Abreu, and then you give him someone else. Like it's another like crapshoot.
They just need the innings. Yeah.
I mean, that's a
Low-level
great trade.
guy.
Zach.
How mad would Cash be if I just started texting him trade out?
Trade offers. I like it.
Offer them this. Did you see who the guy that responded to that Jake tweet
Thoughts?
is?
Kyle Gibson.
No, it's some guy with a profile picture of, it looks like 5 Don Cheadles, and he just says, Jake, are you good? That got me.
It's a loaded question.
I have his picture of Aaron Judge. Wait, that's a different tweet.
Different tweet.
Different tweet.
A lot of fire tweets.
Tanner.
I'm going to have to follow this
5
guy.
Don Cheadles, yeah. Jake, are you good? Is what he said.
Loaded.
Loaded question. So we just made that trade, and that's a good job by you. I added the Wilson part. Anything else? That's such a good trade.
Good trade by
Has
us.
Dahl been good? Does
Not really.
he help us?
Not really. He just needs that porch, baby.
Yeah, no, his stats aren't great right
Yeah.
now. Well, you know,
he's a
he'll have the
pinstripe
next good
guy.
3 days.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff.
I mean,
Gibby's the big part.
Rugen Odor.
Odor. Oh, my God. So he's going to make his debut. He's going to get a big standing ovation by the Rangers fans and all that. That's going to be the thing tonight.
I mean, talk about a race in the Homer draft. The race to Rugi.
The race to Rugi. What's the race?
Whoever's got first pick.
Oh, an hour Homer draft.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. I wouldn't take him. Anyway, let's go do some sharp stats.
Yeah.
Katie's got a voicemail for us.
Before we do that.
Sharp Stats is brought to you by Hydrant. Wow.
Currently drinking it.
Jake is currently drinking. He used the wrapper to stir it.
I might reach out to them.
And now you're
tell
keeping
them.
the wrapper in there. I thought it would have been take out after stir.
If there was a garbage
Good
in the
garnish.
room, I would.
Oh,
But
just a garnish. Yeah.
I might reach out to them and be like, hey, you guys want to take things to the next level? Stir on the go.
On the go stir.
Perfect. Picnics.
Just
other-
put
other
like a
picnics.
toothpick in the wrapper.
I'm using the wrapper right now.
Okay. We all know that we should drink more water, but by the time you feel thirsty, it's too late. You're already dehydrated. You can't focus. You feel tired. Keep feeling at your best through maximizing your hydration. Did you know that hydration can be tied to improved mood, better focus and mental clarity, more energy, clearer skin, and more? Yeah, water is the answer. Water alone, and if you go in like salt water in the ocean, it heals all your scars. Water alone doesn't hydrate you as quickly as drinks with an optimized blend of electrolytes. I don't know about you, but I've been having a lot of trouble sleeping lately. It's kind of true. And I've tried the Sleepy Time teas, the gummies, and all of that, but I'm spending more of the night tossing and turning than sleeping. That's where Hydrant comes in. Hydrant is a refreshing drink mix powder made with 4 key electrolytes. They got a ton of flavors. What are you drinking right now?
I'm drinking the limon, which is good.
French for lemon. Hydrant Sleep is a new bedtime mix carefully formulated to promote restful sleep and hydration. Hydrant Sleep includes melatonin, magnesium, L-theanine, GABA, and chamomile to promote restful, high-quality sleep. It's backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. If you don't love it, send it back for a free refund. You really need to try it for yourself and see what I'm talking about. Tastes incredible and works great. Try Hydrant today and save up to 20% on your first order. Go to drinkhydrant.com/Yanks. Enter code Yanks at checkout. That's drinkhydrant, drinkhydrant.com/Yanks. Enter code Yanks for 20% off your first order. That was a bad talking job of me pretty much all around.
Okay.
Sharp Stats.
Hey guys, what's up? It is Katie Sharp back again, the Queen of Stats, for another special edition. And that's right, I got a special request from this guy on Twitter. I don't know, he calls himself JOMBOY, who wanted me to talk about the Yankees and changeups. So the biggest thing that I noticed is that the increase in changeup usage really actually started last season, and that's obvious when Matt Blake's first season. So from 2020 to 2021, that's the last 2 seasons, Yankees changeup usage has ranked 7th in the majors at 13.5%. Now we compare that to when Larry Rothschild was the pitching coach from 2011 to 2019. The Yankees ranked 30th in changeup percentage usage at 7.9%. So they nearly doubled their changeup usage percentage from Rothschild to Blake. Now, they're not just throwing these changeups to just throw them. The changeups are actually extremely effective for Yankee pitchers this season. In fact, they've been probably the most elite changeups of any team this season. The Yankees have the 4th lowest batting average allowed on changeups, the highest swing and miss rate, the highest put-away rate, that's the percentage of 2-strike changeups that result in a strikeout, and the lowest hard hit rate on changeups. And to me, that last number is kind of the biggest one. So not only are they getting swings and misses, but they're also inducing soft contact with these changeups. And when you combine those two, it's one of the best pitches that you can throw. And just in terms of different players, Cole, Herman, Kluber, Loizaga, Monty, those guys have all seen significant increases in their changeup usage under Matt Blake. And just to highlight a few of those players, Cole, his changeup has the 2nd lowest batting average allowed and the 4th lowest slugging percentage. And Kluber's changeup has the highest whiff rate and the 2nd highest put-away rate. And Loizaga's changeup has the 6th lowest hard hit rate allowed among pitchers with at least 75 changeups thrown this season. So there you have it, guys. The changeup has been awesome for the Yankees this season, and I think we all got to credit our best friend Matt Blake.
Matt Blake. Holy smokes, dude. I knew, we were making our T-shirts called Blake's Changes, and it's Oil Change Garage. And I knew that they've been using changeups more. So I asked wonderful Katie, can you, tell me if they actually have and how much? That's insane.
Yeah.
With Larry Rothschild, they were 30th in changeup usage. There's 30 teams in the league. It's dead last.
Big facts.
With Matt Blake, they're 7th. Obviously, personnel changes a little bit.
Right.
But that's
Cole.
still a huge... Cole is different. I mean, that's...
Kluber this year. Kluber's changeup. I was surprised to hear that.
Herman. And Loizaga.
Johnny L's, I'm stoked to hear that. I've always loved all 3 of Johnny L's pitches, and to see it kind of come together this year is beautiful. And yeah, I loved Katie's note there. The whiff percentage and the hard hit rate both being there is pretty impressive because, going back to our famous Clint Frazier sharp stats a few years back when he was swinging through pitches, and that was a good thing. It was because he wasn't making weak contact. Like when Clint would swing through pitches, as obviously a whiff, and when he would make contact, he was hard hit. The Yankees are getting both right now. If it's there and it's getting hit, it's weak. And if they're missing, they're missing at the highest rate in the league. So yeah, man, it's
But the
passes.
highest in the MLB swing and miss rate on changeups and lowest. We're not talking about good and bad. We're talking about the best.
best and best.
The best and the best.
Yeah, and it's obviously we've seen the improvement in Coles this year. I think definitely the gas station has to be a huge factor in this. We heard all about it at spring training, but this seems to be a clear side effect and, a philosophical effect. And yeah, going back to the Larry times, I remember, wasn't it a cutter festival? Then we loved Paxton's cutter, and there was a couple other pitches. It was just get cut on your fastball, and it's if we want to do that, we would just go to Lance Lynn's fastball farm. So good to hear.
Cole, Herman, Kluber, Loizaga. There's another name I missed. Was it Monty? I know Monty's been throwing it more.
Monty had a couple games where it was nice. Herman,
yeah, I got him. Cole's changeup, second lowest batting average and slugging in MLB on changeups. Kluber with the highest whiff rate and put-out rate. Talking about best. Like, Loizaga's sixth lowest hard hit rate. Still great,
still very
but
good.
it's six. Every other thing that Katie gave us was the number one.
Yeah, I wonder for the starting pitchers, I wonder if Loizaga, because for Loizaga, she said the top 75 pitches thrown, he was sixth. So I wonder if that brings in all the relief pitchers or how that sorts out. And if Cole Kluber. But yeah, I'm surprised by the Kluber one a little bit. Like, I think we've seen some good changeups by him. But I don't know. I just thought on his best days that the Klue ball, and there's been so much talk about that, and maybe that's Kluber's secret. Maybe that's one of his robot tricks is like, oh, let's constantly talk about the Klue ball, the curveball slider pitch, so people ignore that the changeup's actually been there. And hey, that makes me feel great about Kluber. I mean, that's something that you can circle and say, sure, when he's pumping 91, that's obviously not too exciting, but the changeup off of that is a complete neutralizer. So that makes me feel pretty good about him going forward.
54% whiff rate on Kluber's changeup. This is the most he's thrown his changeup, percentage-wise, since 2012.
2012.
After 2012, it dropped to 9%, then 3, 4, 4, 6, 6, 8, and then 13 this year. That's crazy. Good job.
I love it.
Tangible changes. We're change-up team.
We're a change-up team.
Likes changes.
Cole's changes.
No, Matt Blake did it. I mean, he changed Cole. I'm giving Blake credit for this one.
Okay.
I'd like to look into the Indians. If they have been the...
Were they a change-up team?
Were they a change-up team when Matt Blake was with them? Or is this something that we came and said, hey, like the personnel here?
Right.
Did you think back on it? Did Paxton throw a changeup? Like Happ didn't throw many changeups, I don't think.
No, Happ didn't have off-speed pitches. That was his whole thing. That was his whole shtick.
CeCe was in that Larry era. I mean, the Larry era that she was talking about was long. It was 2011 to...
Yeah.
But 30th is 30th.
The Lara.
Yeah, he didn't use it. He didn't use a changeup a lot. Happ. I don't know.
He'd use that dead fish slider, not in the good way.
Damn. All right. Changeup festival. Did Paxton have a changeup?
Let's see. Paxton had fastball, cutter,
Knuckle curve.
little back foot. Feel like very sparingly.
Yeah, I don't feel like there was never a pitch where you're like, throw the change here.
Feel like it was a 10% change.
In 2020, I mean, yeah. In 2020, he bumped it up to 12. But in 19, it was 1%.
Bang biscuit.
Damn. That's cool stuff. Good stuff, Katie. Thank you very much for the insight there.
Stats match the eye test, and we like that.
For sure. Big. Wonder if the Padres are like least in the league in changeup usage. Does it really follow the pitching coach?
Yeah, I'd be interested to see. I mean, I think, Snell throws a changeup. Darvish throws everything. It probably ties a good amount into your who's throwing the pill for your starting pitching.
Yeah. I mean, I think it might be easy to find, so I'm going to click 2 buttons and see if I can get there.
Okay, he's going with the 2-button click approach.
Just going plate discipline, batted ball profile. Nope. Harder than I thought to find.
Harder than he thought. It's harder than he thought. Harder than he thought. It's harder than he thought.
Let's see where the Yankees, since I'm here, the Yankees are impossible to find on this graph. Pretty bad. Top 1% in the league pitching at hard hit percentage. Good job there.
Say that again.
I'm trying to find the good stats that the Yankees are at right now. And hard hit percentage as a team, they are the best. Top 1% in allowing or not allowing hard hit. Whatever you want to say. Dude, the pitching's been really good.
Yeah, I wonder, we've talked about
Top 1 in expected batting average.
I've talked a lot about how the Yankees have had this good stretch of baseball, 17-8 or whatever it is, coming up on 4 weeks. Pitching's been there kind of all year. I mean, even when we were playing bad baseball, things should have been a lot worse. I think the Yankees were still top of the AL. They're currently number 2 in ERA. They are number 1 in strikeouts. Those are pretty good.
Yeah, the pitching's been carrying them. That's why Lindsay Adler asked a question on Twitter, like one word to describe the season so far. My answer was 3 words. It's what we've been saying in the podcast, just winning losses. But that's 2 words.
2 words.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say won the losses, but that's 3 words. Winning losses shortens it to 2.
Brought it closer.
Still not
Almost
just
there.
1 word. They have had very few games where you're like, they won that one.
Yeah. No, it's and we talk about stats matching the eye test. I mean, the Yankees, they're first. This is hitting. They're 7th in runs scored in the AL, so it's very middle of the pack. They are first in walks.
Adds up. They didn't swing for a while.
That very much adds up. 11th in batting average, 9th in OPS. The offense has not clicked yet. Last in stolen bases, first in home runs.
Really?
Pretty
Katie
wild.
had a great stat on Twitter yesterday about how like 80% of the Yankees home runs are solo shots. That might be making up that number. It was a number that was really high. Maybe it wasn't 80. But it was the highest in MLB.
Yeah.
Most solo shots.
Got one yesterday.
DVD looks like he's searching for it.
He's hunting.
69% of Yankees home runs are
You're
solo
sick.
homers, the highest rate in MLB.
David.
You're
All
sick.
right,
So
DVD.
70.
We'll call it 70.
Calling that 70.
Curve.
I found it, Jake. I found the team changeup usage. I want to see if Larry is just an anti-changeup guy.
Come on.
It's spinning. It's spinning.
So we can
Spinning.
finally say F you, Larry.
How's he doing in San Diego? They got some good talent over there.
They play baseball. I said, Poppy.
So this is just 2021, so it doesn't include the 22nd out of 30 teams, the Padres, in changeup usage.
Can you believe it? Holy smokes.
What?
Know how when you go to a team's page on Baseball Reference,
Yes.
and it shows the top 24 guys in their history,
Yeah.
war-wise? Well, first, Padres pitching there, first in ERA, second in strikeouts,
Good job by
first
them.
in inning pitch.
They
Good
got
job.
some talent there.
Good job of Larry. Yeah, I mean, there's just a couple guys that popped up on the Padres, like best 24 guys ever. I mean, mostly this guy.
That
I was just like,
guy looks
whoa.
mean. Who is that?
That guy looks like a movie character gone wrong. That is Ed Whitson. And he's next to another mustache king, but this guy looks a little...
Is that guy also named Eric?
That's Eric Show. That's a good name. Eric and Ed. Eric and Ed. I mean, this guy looks like a Little League coach, Bruce Hurst.
That looks like Mike Ford's uncle. Bruce Hurst.
And that was Talkin' Padres.
Since Larry's taken over the Padres, they are 17th in changeup usage. Interesting. All right, you want to move on? Let's move on. We got a lot of injury stuff to talk about. We're going to find the hottest hitter on the Yankees. That's something we do. It's brought to you by DraftKings. Go to DraftKings, get the daily sports thing. You know what I was looking at? A lot of people lost. A lot of people chose the Yankees to win yesterday.
Yeah. I would have.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people chose the Yankees to win. I think I had the numbers here. So on DraftKings yesterday, the Yankees, they were favored by
10 runs.
1.5 runs.
1.5 runs.
92% of the bets that were placed on DraftKings on the game
Eey.
took the Yankees.
Ain't that it, man?
92% of the people that bet on the Yankees-Rangers game on DraftKings
Golly.
took the Yankees. 87% of the money. So there were some big bets on the Rangers, so some people won big. The over-under, what did we take in the pregame show?
We took, I think we both went over. I think we both believed in the Yankees offense against Jordan Lyles.
Yeah. We both went over. The under hit?
Under hit.
It's 5-2. Over under was 8.
So 60% of the bets on the over-under on DraftKings Sportsbook took the over with us. It was 8. The under hit 65% of the money. So, damn. The White Sox game was easy money. They won like 16-4.
Richetta.
And 82% of the people took the White Sox to cover, and 81% of the money was on the over. So you should have bet that last night. So go tonight, look at the games on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. When you download the app, use code JOMBOY when you do. They're giving away a free promo with an NBA thing. For every 1,500 people that bet the over in the featured NBA game, the line will decrease by 1 point. So you and all your friends can just hammer the over, and if enough of you do, you're gonna get like odds boosts in your favor. They're gonna increase it. So this is your chance to improve the odds of hitting the over. Hammer the over, improve your odds of doubling your money. That's promo code JOMBOY for a limited time, only at DraftKings Sportsbook. You must be 21 or older, New Jersey, Indiana, or PA only. Restrictions apply. Maximum $25 wager, one per customer. Offer ends 5/23/21. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or in Indiana, 1-800-9-WITH-IT. 81%.
Gambling.
All right, let's find the hottest Yankees hitter. Who do you think it is? Like, Stan doesn't count anymore. It's got to be Judge.
It's
but
Judge. So, like, who's number 2?
how far back does Judge's, like, hot streak go?
I mean, I guess in theory, Judge's hot streak only goes, 8-ish days now? So maybe...
No, I got it at 10 days. Judge has a 1.6 OPS plus and a 464 batting average. Holy smokes.
So is that including the strikeout festival? Because there was hot streak, strikeout fest, hot streak.
Yeah, like I'm sure because his overall numbers are obviously still good. It wasn't a very long-lived strikeout festival.
The strikeout festival occurred on May 8th, and it's May 18th, so
Okay.
that doesn't include
So right
that.
before there.
Right
Okay.
before that.
So Judge is the 10-day champ, the
Ju-
people's champ.
Judge is he's also the 14-day champ. Did that. If we just narrow it down to 7, Judge
7 days.
Judge is obviously still the champ. Ah, shit,
Number
man.
2.
Number 2 is Gary Sanchez.
Makes sense.
I'm doing it by OPS. If you want to do it by on base percentage, it's Tyler Wade. Tied with DJ. 333 on base percentage. And Wade has a higher OPS than DJ last 7. So you're looking at Wade in the last 7 days, second hottest hitter behind Judge.
What's Gary's OPS over the last 7?
802.
Dude, that's nuts. There's only one hot hitter on the team.
Well, Stanton was, but he got hurt. Gio ain't bad, but he's also... Gio hasn't walked in 10 days.
Good.
How many games has he played, though?
He
7.
He only missed, 2, right?
I mean, he's got a 308 batting average and a 462 slugging, but he just has no walk, so his OPS isn't great. But he's got the second highest OPS in 10 days. But yeah, no one's...
I would have assumed if you go by, total hits or something, Gio's probably even higher.
I got some for you.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't walked.
What do you got?
Fangraphs roster resource. We did this with the Rays on a pregame show, talking about how bad they were. Aaron Judge, over the last 7 days, power ranking, number 1
In all of baseball?
in all of baseball.
Makes sense. In the last 7 days, he's got a 500 batting average, a 586 OPS, and 5 home runs.
And then number 2 on the Yankees, it has Gio Urshela, 3 Gary.
Yeah.
So, and they're the only 3 in the top 100, and Gary's at 98. Everybody else, holy simoleons, man.
Yeah. Well, you got to remember, Glaber was doing good. He tested positive.
Yeah.
Stanton was doing good. Something pulled or he nagged something.
Even Hicks had a nice couple games.
But the Glaber one is the one that really kills me because he's just fucking healthy sitting around.
Yeah.
Like he's got no symptoms. And he was doing well. I mean, in the month of May, before he got hurt, Glaber, well, no, they're not good numbers. Never mind.
Yeah.
I thought he was doing good.
He had a little streak. I mean, dude, we were digging for tight streaks for a little bit.
Yeah, he had a good 12 games going into getting hurt.
I'll take that.
It's not like amazing, but it's good. Shit, man. Fuck.
Still same, like, none of the hits he was getting were extra base hits besides the homer he finally got, which was nice.
That sucks,
I think he
man.
makes a double in that stretch somewhere. But
Dude, Clint's not allowed to strike out looking anymore.
Not allowing it.
Officially.
Okay.
He is second in the league at strikeout looking percentage. 52% of his strikeouts have come looking. 52, man. You know the next highest on the league?
What's the next highest in the league?
30%.
Oh, I thought you were doing who the high man was.
Oh, in the league is Robbie Grossman. 54% of his strikeouts come out looking.
Robbie.
But Clint is second highest with 52. And
Who's third?
I don't know in the league, but on the Yankees, DJ is second
Yankees DJ is next
with
third.
30%.
Gotcha.
It's really hard to track this.
Gotcha.
And then I found it an easy way. And then Judge strikes out a lot, but he's at 12%. Stan strikes out a lot, he's at 12%. Hicks was at 13. So DJ was at 30, which is kind of weird, but Clint's at 52% looking.
He's been taking everything, man. I mean, that's why his walk numbers look great, and that's why I do find it interesting that it's Robbie Grossman, a guy who's known as an OBP guy. He's got a 382 on base this year with a 245 batting average. But, yeah, it feels like Clint has tried to overcorrect. Like, his goal coming into the season was like, I need to be a better on-base guy. Like, that's a sign of a advanced hitter. But you got to hit the ball first. And then when they start pitching you outside of the zone, take the walks. But man, it's been bizarre. It's been bizarre.
Ben Bizarre. How bizarre?
How
How bizarre.
Bum, bum. You know that song, BBD?
I do. Yeah, you're supposed to add taking more walks to hitting well.
Right, like it's, that's kind of the progress of a hitter. Like, okay, your first year you hit 270 and you got on base 300. It's like, okay, let's get that OBP up, and it's okay. Then you hit 280 and you got on base 330. It's like, all right, keep stretching out that gap a little bit. He's going for the walks.
And the only other names we mentioned in this conversation, not that DJ's like leading league in anything, but him and Robbie Grossman. They're both like the leadoff hitters on teams. I think Grossman's been the leadoff hitter most of the games he's played. So they're like jobs to take a lot of pitches.
What are you guys doing?
Are you hurt or injured?
I got these spots. Katie found one yesterday. She thinks it's the way I've been sitting. They're like knots, but they feel like bruises. She found one back here yesterday, and she just she was scratching my back, and then she just poked it, and then I was like, ow! And she was like, yeah, you got a knot or a bruise there. And I'm like, what is that? And
What
then
was that Katie impression?
she does an
You
old,
got a knot there.
she does an old New York voice a
Old
lot.
sailor.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I just found it.
Okay.
I don't know what these are. They hurt. They're like pressure points that like knots or bruises.
Okay.
Katie said she thinks it's just my body, the way I'm sitting. I don't know. I was hurting yesterday.
Where's
remember?
Doc? Should we hit up Doc Booch? Let's get
Yes.
a Doc Booch office day.
Yeah, they got that machine.
Shout out to Doc Booch, my man. I owe you my life. It's a little dramatic, but
No, it's not.
it's not, though.
He said that you walked in.
Tried to kill myself.
Yeah, with a D
prevent.
DNR on your forehead. Is that what it is? Do not. Yeah.
I'm thinking about getting in shape.
Huge. You've been going to the gym every morning.
I've been going to the gym. I'm thinking about like eating a little healthier and getting like a workout, like a trainer or someone. Someone in the chat, they just had a good line. They said Jake has the body of a retired Marine. It's like, it's a nice compliment, but also I've let myself go. But I've constantly lived letting myself
There was
go.
a trainer in Manhattan that reached out at one point. He trained
Yeah.
some other people, and he was like, and I was like, I don't have time, man.
Yeah.
I'd love to.
I'm interested. I can sneak in a couple mornings now. We've freed up our mornings a little bit.
I haven't.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, when do you have time?
Thinking about it.
When's there time? There's never any time.
Tuesday morning? Saturday morning? It's 2 days.
But that's one day. Well, I don't have Tuesday morning, though.
Could make it work.
I worked
Some,
all
like,
morning.
Tuesday, Friday.
8 a.m. to
stuff.
9 a.m.?
I worked.
You're working at 8 a.m.? You know that's a lie. You're not a morning guy.
I got into my office at 8 a.m. I worked until I left at 11.
proud of
That's
you.
the new plan.
I'm proud
Got
of you.
2 breakdowns
It's
done.
the whole thing.
That's
I'm
the whole
proud of
point.
you.
Yeah. All right. Anyway,
Checking with Katie on
I
8
see
a.m.
pride. I see power.
check.
I will. Give me an excuse to text Katie.
Who you got? Who are you standing in the mirror and giving a pump up talk to?
Do you have your guy? I have my guy, but I don't want to step on toes.
Yeah, I have mine. It's a little rude, but it's Gary.
Oh, okay. Then we're doing your homer draft from last night.
But it's a little bit like Gary. Higgy caught a game last night asleep.
Yeah.
Asleep at the wheel. If it was you, you'd be cut to pieces. You'd be back page of the New York Post.
Yeah.
And they'd say Gary Sanchez sleeps during his start. And it'd be the rudest thing ever.
Yeah.
And he gets no guff.
Yeah.
Gary. Got a good opportunity here. Seeing the ball well.
Yeah.
He stopped chasing that high pitch a little bit. He's still getting his walks.
Cole's first bad start with Higgy.
Cole didn't have a great start with Higgy. Higgy had like just weird things happen. I don't know how much they cost the game, but it was weird.
Yeah.
So Gary, like, come on. You're close. He's close to taking that spot back. Just no one's hitting any either.
Yeah.
You fucking pop one double and you're like the leader in the clubhouse behind Judge.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that was a pump-up speech, but just
Okay.
more like opportunities wide open.
Give me a little more of the scene in there. It's you and Gary in a room.
I'm on a
in a
step stool.
bathroom.
Yes.
With a mirror.
Yes, I'm on a step stool.
Right. Do you start on the step stool, or at one point do you make a dramatic?
It's a 2-tiered step stool. So I start
at
up
one
the
point you
first
do
step,
start
and then
on
at
it.
one point I do step up a little bit.
And is the second step eye to eye, or is the second step put you slightly above him?
Eye to eye, we're looking in the mirror.
Second step is eye to eye.
Second step's eye to eye.
First step is just like, oh, this is
Yeah.
a normal height person.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Gary's just like fixing his hair in the mirror,
Okay.
and I'm trying to get his attention. And at one point,
So you do grab his jaw.
I do grab his face. Yes, that's what I used to do to my dad. I was.
But
told.
like when you grab his
that.
when you grab his jaw, he does a little bit of the like squeeze cheek smile. He's
Yeah.
like,
He's like, I was listening. You didn't
I
have to
was
do it."
listening,
Yeah.
but I also appreciate you doing this.
Yeah. Like, Gary, you're second hottest player according to OPS in the last 10 days. And Higgy's sleeping.
Sleep at the wheel behind the plate.
Like, if you can't win the race in this moment right now or get a lead,
yeah.
it's bad news bears.
B.
So that's my cool runnings for Gary.
What were you wearing? Just
Me?
normal outfit? Yeah.
A hoodie. Yeah, hoodie and jeans.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have you starting with the hood up, and then you take the hood off at one point.
Mean Girl style?
A little bit.
Okay. I love Higgy, but that was a weird game by him.
It was weird.
And if Gary did that, it'd be back of the New York Post. And it'd be like, Gary Sanchez cost Cole a start.
Yeah.
100
In a game that they
million%.
lose to the Texas Rangers.
If it would be no doubt in my mind.
Today would be just the worst day.
Gary's OPS plus 99.
Ah, so close.
Yeah.
Let's get to league average.
So one day.
For a catcher?
A good night tonight, and he's over. I like that. I gave a hint, and all you guys figured it out. And I might have even said it, but I'm going Brett Gardner.
Dude, I love Go ahead. I won't step on it, but I got to tell you something about Gardy.
It's me and Gardy in the bathroom.
Yep, he wants out.
He punches me pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
A little too hard. It's kind of like, I get it, man. I get it. Not hard enough where I can say, like, dude, you can't punch me.
Where's he hitting you?
Right in the heart.
Oh, okay.
Right in the heart. Kind of like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, do I have to? I felt it stop.
Like, I'm not judge.
I say, hey, Uncle Brett.
Punching me is kind of like punching Dono, Brett. That's where it like gets into his head. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like, that's kind of not cool, dude. Say, Uncle Brett, here we are. It's the middle of May. You are the starting center fielder for the New York Yankees. Is it 2009? Nope. 2021, my man. Probably feels good, right? How'd that triple in the gap feel last night, Brett? Bet that felt pretty good.
Yes.
Running the bases, perfect angles. Did we get
Yes.
the graph?
Oh, no, I don't know. Darren Williams usually posts those.
Yeah.
Katie was watching the game with me, and she got excited about the Gardy triple. And then she was like, I want to see the replay of him running. I want to see. And I was like, well, Texas is controlling the replay, so we might not get it. But then they did give it to us. And Katie was like, wow.
Perfect angles.
She's like, not a wasted step.
It's beautiful.
Like, yes. So then I tweeted that out.
Hit the gear a little bit. It's beautiful. Uncle Brett, you are the starting center field for the New York Yankees. Bernie Williams, Mick, Storielli, one day. Get it going, buddy. I know that triple felt good. Didn't even fully connect with it. Just a little off the end, I think. Brett, you've been a guy who gets hot. Buddy, I seen it. You've got hot months, you've got cold months. We've seen it your whole career. People love to get mad about it. This team is hurting for hitting right now. Brett, I've seen you have months, July 2019. 917 OPS. September, October, 965 OPS. That's still in the bag, man. Let that triple spark you. You are the fastest starter on this team. Tyler Wade still got you.
And he's starting right now.
And he's starting right now. But we're counting down the days till Glaber's back.
Just got to get some negative tests, man. I'm going to say
Which is
something.
pretty
I can't say it.
ridiculous.
Just like fucking, I can't say it.
But old man Brett, your sprint speed, your 78th percentile, that's pretty insane for 37, 38-year-old fella. Get it going, man. Because there is a time, like this could be the final dagger. This Yankees team hadn't been hitting too much at all this year. We just did the hottest guys over a week, and their on-base percentage is .333 besides Aaron Judge. Gardy, you put together a hot streak right now, and you've driven the final stake through the Gardy haters' hearts on the internet. Let's get hot, big guy.
Another triple, you think? I took him
Be
in the
nice.
homer draft, so
Be nice.
I had a different reaction than
Right.
Katie to the triple because, and I thought Gallo caught it for a split second.
Yeah.
It was a real nice run by him.
John Sterling thought he caught it and dropped it.
I thought it hit his glove and bounced
Yeah.
as well. And then when they showed the replay, I was like, oh. But I really wanted the home run because I had took him in the homer draft, so I was like, oh, fuck, that's
I
gonna be
had him
badass.
pegged. You guys didn't ask me for my premonition yesterday, but
You
it
said-
was Gardner striking a ball well. I thought it was going to be more down the line, but
Okay.
that's why I really liked it as a homer draft pick because I didn't know. I think he was going to either have a foul homer or
get
like
there.
a double that hits off the wall in the corner or something. But
I like it.
first time I had one.
How come I can't find OPS Plus on Fangraphs?
Gardy walks out the door of the bathroom and says, "Did you say something?" Say no. Have a nice day.
No, sorry.
Have a good one, man.
You think I would need a pump-up speech from you?
From you.
From you. Who are you? Well, I do a podcast, so
You
what?
have the body of a 78-year-old Marine. Thanks, Brett. Brew's worse, though.
Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. I'm trying to find OPS Plus to see where Gary ranks in catchers, but like Fangraphs doesn't have OPS Plus.
Well, in the AL, he's 4th in WRC Plus.
I saw that, but
That's a
WRC
100.
Plus, anyone that hates Gary doesn't give a fuck about WRC Plus.
Yeah.
They don't even
Well,
register it.
I think they also cut out OPS Plus too, because the pluses throw those people off.
I don't know. OPS and OPS Plus. OPS is on the broadcast now.
Yeah.
The plus and minus system really should be taught.
Yeah.
100%
simple.
average. Anything above 100 is that percentage better than average. 105, 5% better than average. Like the fact that people are, we can't teach that is right. But yeah, Gary is, according to a stat that a lot of people like, the 5th most productive hitting catcher in the American League so far this season, which I know blows people's minds because you got to remember, catchers don't hit.
It's true. That is true.
What do we got next? There's some prospect stuff.
Yeah, we could do a quick prospect rundown.
We got a tweet from our friend Dan Federico. Small sample sizes, but standout New York Yankee prospects. Gittins. 31 at bats so far. He's got a 523 on base percentage. He's got 4 home runs and 10 RBIs. That's crazy.
Yeah, and he's a big fella. But yeah, if you saw his home runs during spring training, I think there was a couple days he was the hardest exit velo guy, which is, one of the best measurements for hitters these days, because exit velo has a direct correlation with hits. So yeah, that's kind of been an interesting one for a little while. He's had some nice minor league seasons. You wonder if eventually he's a guy that works himself into the final piece in a trade. He's 27, so he's not sexy.
Is he our Luke Voigt?
It's a fair
A
question.
buried, slugging first baseman that just isn't going to get a chance to get a playing time.
Like, that's what Chris Gittins is telling himself.
There might be a team out there that's like, well, we can get this dude
Some
potentially for 5 years.
Some other team is gonna be like, oh, we can kind of get this guy essentially for free.
I mean, Chris Gittins'
chance.
career in the minor leagues, 7 Saisons, 266, 374, and 853 OPS. That's pretty good. And his last couple years, I think have been better than that. His final year in Trenton, and this is when people kind of got excited for Chris Gittins, or his name came on Yankees kind of, if you're a deep-cut Yankees fan, it's when you first heard of him. In 2019, Chris Gittins, 115 games, 281, 393, 893 OPS, a 23-homer season in 115 games. That's a really nice year at Double-A. So, yeah, he's a little... Prospect-wise, he's aged out a little bit, but the high hit exit velo is there. He's definitely, if teams are calling Cashman for a trade, he's like the last guy. They're like, throw in Gittins.
Maybe. I don't know.
Cash
The
says,
Yankees,
"Look at the
the
exit
Yankees
velo."
went and got Voigt.
Right. But at the same time,
Voigt was 27.
we've had a hole at first base for this season until Voigt came up and Gittins kind of couldn't get on the radar.
I wonder if that is for prospect trade reason. They didn't want him to lessen his value at all.
You
Who
never
knows?
know. Yeah.
Luis Gil,
He'll.
spelled Gil for anyone that's... Who are you talking about? Luis Gil, he's pitching well, Jake. He's got a 2.53 ERA in 3 starts in Double-A. Is he on the 40-man? Didn't they put him on the 40-man?
I believe he's a 40-man guy.
Or was he on just like the last year at the minor league alternate site? Because sometimes there was guys on the alt side that weren't on the 40-man, correct?
I think he's 40-man.
But I think he is 40-man.
I believe he's 40-man. Quick check. Luis Gil, spelled like Gil. So let's say Luis Gil. Yes, he's on the 40-man.
His last start came against the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. He went 4 innings pitched, struck out 8 batters. How about that?
Luis Gil.
Struck out Vicuña,
Excuse me?
one of your favorite Fisher Cat prospects. Oh my God, I don't know a single name. I went to this thinking maybe there's like a name that we know.
Sure.
From like but it's AA, not AAA, so never mind. All right, so heel. Oh, news.
Yankees officially activated Rugi.
Oh, nice. All right, here's this guy, Waldachuk.
Waldachuk. He stole a couple headlines on the interstate the other day.
I've never heard of him. What's he doing?
He had a big strikeout game. Ken Waldachuk. 5th-round pick, 2019. St. Mary's College, Jim.
Oh, is he a Connecticut dude?
St. Mary's, California.
Oh, so, isn't there a St. Mary's in Connecticut?
I don't know. Might be.
Guy that
There is. I
guy
think it's
that
an
coached
all-girls
hockey with
school.
me. Yeah, I think it is.
Or was an all-girls school.
Guy that I knew played hockey went there, I think.
3 starts this year, 10 innings, 19 punchies for Ken Waldachuk. So you got a lefty striking out dudes at that number. And going back a couple years, he had some other big strikeout numbers. So, hey.
He's 23 years old. His middle name is Dieter.
Should he go by Dieter Waldachuk? Because that gets me a little more excited than Ken Waldachuk.
It's Dieter. Dieter.
He's pitching at Hudson Valley in High A at 23, which I think, well, we'll see if he gets promoted or anything at some point.
Well, you got to remember, college guy. In 2019, he was pitching in college.
Right.
And then he didn't. He got to pitch 10 games in rookie ball in 19, and then 2020 he's been out. So
Strunk a bunch of dudes out there too. So yeah, okay, Kenny Waldachuk.
His second start this year, 3.1 innings pitched. So that's 10 outs, 10 strikeouts.
That's all the outs.
Yeah.
what?
We think.
I couldn't
Unless there was
believe
a
I read
fastball
that.
thing, yeah.
So I didn't confidently say it, but
Every batter he got out, he struck out.
yeah. 3 hits and a walk mixed in, but yeah, every out was a strikeout.
Who'd he face? A bunch of armless
Baltimore's
people?
high A team, who I don't know who is.
You know who was DHing?
Who was DHing?
Encarnacion.
Which one?
JC.
JC Encarnacion was DH in that game.
Swear on my life.
He
I know you do.
He followed up that game. His next appearance was against the same team, which is always interesting. 4 innings, 7 strikeouts.
Can we get a
Another good
minor
one.
league
2
day?
hits.
We were stolen of that last
We're
year.
gonna have one.
Or we go to a minor
a
league
year
park?
ago.
Yeah.
Well, we're
They
working
said
with
last year.
Renegades,
Yeah.
so I think so, yeah.
That'll happen.
Is there open communications? I know they've
Yes.
been flirting with us.
No, yeah. They got some post-game recaps.
Right.
I don't know if we've talked about a day yet, but
Yeah.
we can do it. I think we don't want to do it until the world is open.
Right.
Take-
Soon.
Ken Waldachuk. It's a good name. Lefty pitcher, striking out every batter he faces in high A,
Ken, if you get promoted to Double A, try out Dieter Waldachuk.
or KD Waldachuk.
Katie Waldachuk. That feels like it.
What if you
unfortunately-
shorten it and you call him Kid Waldachuk?
Kid Waldachuk. I mean, that feels, like he definitely pitched in 1919.
Kid Waldachuk. There he is.
Yeah, I'd say when you get the Double A call, try out Dieter Waldachuk. I think, unfortunately, my only concern if he goes KD is that you've chosen the bullpen. KD Waldachuk's a bullpen name.
That's true.
Yeah.
You think he's got an Instagram?
Should. Probably one of these kids on the TikTok.
Should I just...
What are you about to do?
Well, I want to DM him and say, how do you pronounce your middle name? Here he is.
It's got to be Dieter.
Yeah.
Or he puts a little more of an accent on it and says Dita.
Ever thought about going by Dieter Waldachuk? Sent. See if he responds.
We'll get an update on that.
All right, what other minor leaguers? Luis Medina. We got too many Luises.
Yeah.
Sessa, Severino,
I could see that
Medina,
factoring into
Heel.
a trade.
Wandy Peralta's middle name is Luis, not the same thing, but
Don't we have a Luis Garcia?
yeah,
Yeah.
we have one of the 3 active Luis Garcias, I believe.
A lot of Luises.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, Voit is Luis. It is. It's just Lewis.
Right.
It's just a
It's
little
a pronunciation.
sans
trick.
accent. Yeah.
Luis Voigt.
Luis Voigt. Louis Sessa.
Yeah.
You know, it's all where you're from. Medina's looking good. Who's Haver? That's who I don't know.
Peraza's been tearing it up. Haver's
Trevor Hover.
he's the other name that's been out of nowhere, but yeah, he started the season with like a homer streak.
Yeah,
he had like
he
a
was
3
the
homer
third
day or
round
something.
pick last year. in the
Right.
So
Bleacher draft.
he's playing in Tampa. He's Arizona State guy.
That's right.
So his first his first 5 games he homered.
It's pretty good.
And all against someone's calling me from Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Okay.
You know who that usually is? Kohl's. Calling me to try to sell me a Kohl's credit card. Those bastards. I've graduated from Kohl's. Kohl's is great when you're 23
You're done.
to 28.
You're done.
Done with Kohl's.
You tapped out on Kohl's.
Married now. I don't think Katie wants me shopping at Kohl's anymore.
Okay. Damn.
Kohl's is great. Used to be my go-to.
Yeah, I was never a Kohl's guy. If I was going, like, I almost Goodwilled over Kohl's.
Well, that's gross.
Sure. Gross guy.
It's like when I needed work clothes.
Sure.
Like clothes I didn't care about, but like I had to wear pants and a
Yeah.
button down. Kohl's does a thing where they mark everything up 300%, and then they give you a 250% discount, and you're like, I'm saving so much money.
This is awesome.
Yeah. Good job by them. All right. That's a Halver.
Oliver's interesting because, like Bieber's mentioned, he was a third-round pick in last year's draft that went on during the pandemic, Arizona State guy. And he, yeah, I mean, all he's done the past couple years when he was at Arizona State and now in Tampa is he's hitting. So I think he played some second base, but they don't think he can stick there defensively. So it's just like him and Austin Wells.
He's playing second base right now.
I think the whole thing is like they're expected to be major league ready hitters. It's just, and not right now. As
very
they progress.
quickly.
Like people are much more concerned about where they end up defensively than if they can hit at some level at the major league level. Level.
So how they're doing how they're doing high A right now, the Tampa Tarpons, that's who Halver, is that how you say it,
Yeah.
is playing for. Their first 5 games were against the Dunedin Blue Jays. Then their next 5 games were against the Lakeland Flying Tigers, all the spring training fields in the area. So his first 5 games, he hit 6 homers. So they were all against the Dunedin Blue Jays.
Yeah.
The Dunedin Blue Jays must hate this guy.
I think all the minor leagues are doing that this year. It's like 5-game sets, so they only have to travel once a week.
Makes sense.
I like that.
But I just think it's funny that all of his home runs came from, like, the Dunedin. Like, if you meet a Dunedin Blue Jay single-A player, they're going to be like, you know who you got to watch out for?
Yeah.
This Hoffer guy.
Well, in a funny turn of events, and again, very early in the minor league season, which we don't normally dive into anyways, a friend of the pod got promoted from Tampa because he raked so much against those Dunedin D-bags or whatever their team name is. Max Burt.
Max Burt. It's a great name.
Max Burt, in his 6 games in A-ball before getting promoted, he was 11 for 26. That's .423 batting average, a 1.098 OPS. Got the call to Somerset AA. Max Burt, Talkin Yanks guest. Max Burt.
All right, there's your minor league
Northeastern guy.
update.
If you want more minor league updates, check out Farm to Fame.
Wow.
Across the league, highlighting all the prospects, all the people making their debuts, all the rookies. Farm to Fame. It's on its own podcast apps, and then the JM Baseball YouTube channel.
Good follow on Twitter.
They are a good follow on Twitter as well. Go check them out. All right. Let's guess the lineup for today and the rest of the series now that Odor's back and they're facing a righty. Tonight, I think Odor plays, which I think moves DJ to third. I think the infield's going to be DJ at third, Wade at short, Odor at second, Voigt at first. I think Gary, is it Kluber? No, it's Tyone. So
Tyone.
Gary behind the dish. Outfield, Clint, Gardy, Judge is my guess. Now, if they wanted to give
Andujar didn't play yesterday. So do you get
Andujar a
him in
day and
field?
left, you could.
Yeah.
Would you be surprised if the infield's different than that?
Who's your DH?
Do Andujar's DH and Clinton
Okay.
left then.
Okay, I could see that.
But with the righty on the mound, they may DH Ford, which I think is not something I'd advise.
I could see that as well.
It might get Voit a DH day, and you can keep Gio in the lineup, DJ at first or something.
Oh, I took Gio out?
You took Gio out. You could do Gio, and they've experimented with Gio at short, so that's
That's
an
what I
option.
meant to say.
How about
Wade out,
DJ
no,
at
Wade
first? Voit DHs.
And, yeah, okay. DJ at first, Voit DHs, and...
Clinton Andujar in left.
Yeah.
Rugi at second.
Yeah. I like that. Sorry, I forgot about Gio. I meant Gio at short, not Wade.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
If you want to DH Andujar and keep Clinton left, you could put Gio at short, Rugi at second, DJ at third, Voit at first. Or you can do it. I think I like what you guys are saying better. Just put DJ at first.
God, how sweet would that
But then
be?
Wade would
DJ
stay at
hates
short.
Yeah.
It'd be keeping Wade.
No, I'm getting.
I mean, the best hitting lineup the Yankees could put out would be Gary behind the dish. It would be DJ at first,
Odor at second.
Voit DHing, Odor at second. Or no, you'd still have Voit at first,
You'd want DJ at
third, Gio at short, which would be cool, but I don't know if we can bank on that, but it'd be cool.
He's been doing it.
And then, flip a coin between Andujar and Clint. Guardy
DH
and
left field either
Judgy.
or.
That'd be cool.
That's the best hitting.
Yeah.
But
I mean, Wade's hot. I don't remember what he did last night. Probably nothing.
Tyone on the bump. So, I mean, I kind of want Wade in there.
you do.
Play some defense at short. Bat last.
Okay.
If you get on base once, it's a win.
So if you have Wade at short, then you have what? Voit DHing with Odor at second, DJ at first. One of Andujar, Clint has to sit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. The last time they faced a lefty, Ford got the start at first, but Voit wasn't here.
Well, Fulte tonight. He's
Yeah,
righty.
righty,
They're
yeah.
TBD for tomorrow, so I don't know what that means.
So tomorrow they're probably going to go bulk guy or opener to bullpen guy, so the Yankees will do as many mix and match as they can.
So, save Ford for tomorrow, so you get more balance in the lineup.
And you give Voit the day tomorrow or DH day tomorrow.
I would assume
like
with
that.
with it being knee stuff, they have Voit penciled in for a full day off. One of the games this series, 4-game set.
I like that for Wednesday.
I like that for Wednesday, too, because you can also pinch hit Voit for Ford later in the inning whenever they make their
You
reliever
get him a
move.
DH day and a day off where you pinch
So
hit him
let's
the seventh.
let's give him the day and a half. So he DHs today. DJ first, Rugi, Wade, Gio. And then give me Andujar and Clint give me Andujar in left because Clint played yesterday.
I like that. And then Wednesday's game, Ford will get the start versus the mix and match bullpen day. Voit will be on the bench until he pinch hits, and you go Gio, Wade. Well,
Or you could sit Wade that day and do Gio shortstop day.
and DJ at third. Yeah, that's what I'd do. But then they might want. Well,
And then
Odor-
you give Gio Thursday off because he played shortstop on Wednesday.
and he's
Yeah.
had
Because that's what
Stuff.
the Yanks do.
Okay. I like our lineup for today. Our official today's lineup, let's see how close we get, is DJ leading off, playing first base. Voit batting second, DHing. Judge batting third in right. Gio batting fourth, playing third base. And then they'll probably go Rugi,
Think so?
because he's lefty, batting fifth.
For Gary?
Maybe Gary catching fifth, Odor sixth, playing second base lefty. Then seventh, you'd have.
Did they slide like guard dog up the lineup?
You don't want to do two lefties back to back.
Yeah.
Maybe you go Guardy fifth since you got two hits yesterday. Then Gary sixth. Then Clint / Andujar, then Odor 9th. Odor
Yeah.
9th. Yeah. All right, we did it. It's the best ever. Good job by us.
Okay.
That's all we got today. It's the end of the show.
So the final guest, DJ, Voigt, Judge, Gio, Gardner, Sanchez. I missed somebody in there. I like to write it down.
Okay, so the final guess. DJ leading off, playing first base, which could be wrong right away.
Right.
Voigt batting second, DHing.
Bang.
Judge batting third
Right field.
in right field. Gio batting fourth, playing third
Yeah.
base.
So okay. So we have waited short.
So
in this
he's
team.
9.
So he's got to be 9. So I think you're right. You do get a lefty up there. Do you feed Gardy after the
Feed
triple?
Gardy after the triple. Gardy
5-hole
fifth.
Gardy.
In playing center field.
6-hole Gary.
6-hole
catching.
Gary. 7-hole Odor playing second
Yep.
base.
8
8-hole
Andujar.
Clint or Andujar. I'd go Andujar. 9 Wade. Bow.
Thanks for listening, Booney.
Yeah. If that's the lineup, that means they tuned in. No chance we get it 100%.
No. Like, it's going to be Ford.
Yeah, it's going to be stupid. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Talk myself into it. I think it's a fantastic.
I love our lineup today. We mapped out the series.
Let's see if our dude responded to me.
Do. Mike Ford.
Waldachuk, no response.
What's his deal?
I don't know. Being big old Dieter on me.
Dita.
Go Yanks. Tell him, Grams.
Oh, Yankees.
Peter late in the chat. See them going clean up Odor. They would love that. They
Why
would
not?